Klijent kompanije je renomirana toronska advokatska firma koja se isključivo bavi kanadskim imigracijnim zakonom. Za konsultacije javite se Veni ili Marku Vitoroviću na telefon 416 321 0100. Vesna Perunović je Akademiju likovne umetnosti i magistraturu završila na Likovnoj akademiji u Beogradu. Kao i mnogi druge, vihor 90-ih je doneo umetnicu Vesnu najpre u Montreal, da bi se ubrzo nastanila u Toronto sa svojom porodicom. Nakon već stečenog internacionalnog iskustva izlažući po Evropi, već prva njena samostalna izložba u Angell Gallery skrenula je pažnju likovne kritike, tako da je ubrzo usledio poziv da izlaže i po celoj Kanadi, čak i dobila je nekoliko nagrada od Kanadskog udruženja za umetnost. Kada smo upitali umetnicu koliko samostalnih izložbi je imala i na koliko grupnih je učestvovala, Vesna i pored pažljivog zbrajanja nije mogla da odgovori. Intervju sa umetnicom Vesnom Perunović smo uradili u Angell Gallery, gde su od 19. januara do 23. februara bila izložena njena dela.
Okay, so we're at Angell Gallery, where I have my solo exhibition of interdisciplinary work, which encompasses drawing, sculpture, video, installation, photography, and painting. At the moment, I also have two other solo shows that are one is at Guelph, McDonald Stewart Art Center, and which shows more installation work and drawings. And the third one is at Robert McLaughlin Art Gallery in Oshawa, which focuses on media work in the last 10 years. As well, I have at the same time an exhibition which is an international show that deals with blood as a subject in both contemporary and historic work. And I have 5 very major pieces involved in that exhibition.
So what exactly means for artists to be active as you are?
Well, for me, I really like to be focused at my work at all times. I like to travel with my work. I like to show my work at different locales in the world so that I, show that people can interact with it and that I can also learn about other cultures. So for me to be involved in my artwork at all times, it's everything. My work is really everything to me. It's my playground, as I always like to say. It's not just work, it's also experimenting, playing, finding new ways of expressing myself. So this is why I use all different kinds of mediums, because I get bored really easily with one medium. And also my practice is idea-based, so when I find something that suits my idea, it doesn't matter which medium I use the medium that most likely best represent that particular idea. Nowadays, originality is a big question, but I mean, I was never concerned with that particular issue, am I original or not. I just wanted to express and put forward my ideas about something, talk about my personal experiences, and also was always hoping that what I put out there would also touch a wider audience, so that's the work that speaks to a larger, wider audience more universally, on a universal level. So that was my concern. The originality is something that, the way you formulate your ideas and your style and all that you have to say comes along with your practice. It kind of follows in place. It's very natural that happens, and then you recognize your language. You come to terms with the language that you have to express something, and then you stick to that language and also push it forward and develop that in some way. So I mean, I feel that people recognize what I'm doing as being original, but what's more important, even more important for me as an artist, is that there is a communication that is that my ideas are communicated to the audience. The audience gets something that is meaningful from what I do. I always liked films, and I was drawn to that medium. And I mean, I was trained as a painter, so I didn't have the formal knowledge of how to do video. But because my husband is a video maker, he came handy to help me with technical stuff. But video in my work appeared when I started using performances. When I started doing performances around the world, video was a way to document these actions. So then from there I started, you know, to play with video as a medium, as a separate medium, and include it in my art practice. And this work is called Currency. It's very playful, which was not maybe obvious at the first glance. But what I did, I filmed lava lamp, which is something that people watch for enjoyment and fun. It's filmed horizontally so that all of a sudden the whole flow reminds you of flow of blood. And currency refers to exchange of politics, monetary exchanges, and everything else that sometimes happens through blood. Okay, so this collection of drawings is entitled Moments of Consequence, and they depict very important, crucial moments in someone's life, and then they are actually taken out of the context. Like the figures themselves are taken out of the context of the background. So a lot of the figures are, for example, these two women are looking at the disaster that happened after tsunami. So they're looking at their destroyed buildings and devastation that they experienced. But what you actually see on the drawing is just the two figures very much isolated and alone in the picture plane. And then we have another one here that is iconic also, image of a guy falling from the Twin Towers, which is again isolated, and you don't really have that context, but the intensity of the moment is in the image of that particular figure. So this piece here that you see, it's entitled Finding Love. And this is the work that I completed also in my residency in New York. And what you see is the window in that studio that I was working in. And the studio is located in Bushwick area, which is very industrial. You have a lot of barred windows and barbed wire. So this window, it reflects that environment in New York. But what I'm saying, you can also hear my voice saying, I love you over and over and over again. It's kind of what we all as humans want and strive to, is finding that